Okay, Algebra 2, this is your first day of actual notes. If you've got a packet, it looks something like this. It says Unit 1 at the top, Algebra Review. It's a bunch of random topics, pretty much stuff you want to be good at. It's all Algebra 1 stuff. All right. If you flip halfway through, I mentioned this in class. Unit 2 is also in the same packet, just so we don't have quite as many packets this year. Unit 2 will be relations and functions. All right, we'll get to that later on. If you can see like the day 1 through 6 on this one, we're not gonna follow that exactly. All right, we try to stick to it as much as we can. Day 6, since it's such a short unit, we might just skip over the test and have one big test after Unit 2. All right. Anyway, the first day of notes for Algebra 2. All right, again, lots of Algebra 1 stuff. I'm not gonna do everything on here. I'll let you guys do some of it, fill in the blanks, and then we'll go over it in class the next day. I'll get started though. First thing, evaluating and writing expressions, solving equations. All right, I'll zoom in so maybe see that, it'll help. We'll see how this goes. All right, so evaluating expressions and equations. There's a difference between those two, right? Expressions, equations, some of you remember, some of you don't. Equations must have an equal sign. Expressions do not have equal signs. So if you're ever evaluating an expression, you're essentially gonna plug in and simplify, all right? Plug in and simplify. I'll do one or two with you here just real quick, make sure you remember things. Little things, Algebra 1 skills. Some of you are making little mistakes, some of you are good. We'll try to fix those as we go. So number 1, negative 4x plus 3x squared when x equals 2. All right, just plug it in. So everywhere you see an x, you're gonna put a 2. So negative 4 times 2 plus 3 times 2 squared. If you have a calculator, the calculator do the work for you. Try to show some work. Don't make little mistakes. Remember your PEMDAS, exponents first. So this will be negative 8 plus 3 times 4. All right. Someone out there is still gonna say that's 6 squared. Don't do that. All right, 3 times 4. Negative 8 plus 12 is 4. It's that easy once you get the hang of it again. All right. I'll let you guys do number 2. All right, again, we'll go over this a little bit more in class. Number 3, let's try another one. We got negative 3x cubed minus x squared minus x when x is negative 2. So this, you gotta be careful. You have negatives all over the place. You have a negative to plug in for x. This is negative 3 times a negative 2 cubed minus a negative 2 squared minus a negative 2. All right, again, use parentheses. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Keep it neat, keep it organized. Hopefully you're neater than I am. Remember, exponents first. So this will be negative 3 times negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Minus, that's this minus sign. But negative 2 squared is positive 4. So I'm subtracting 4 there. Minus a negative 2, that's your double negative. That's plus 2. So be careful with your signs. Simplify, negative times negative is positive 24. All right, what's that, 22? Again, if you type this in the calculator exactly like you see it, it will give you the right answer, but most of the time they're gonna wanna show you some work, all right? Try number 4 on your own. We'll go over it again tomorrow if you need some answers, that's fine. Next page. Again, even this day 1 notes, they're all over the place. Going back to Algebra 1 days, if you have word problems, you need let statements. So you might wanna write let statements for some of these. Remember all that let x equal, all that good stuff? All right, let x statements. We'll do number 1. It costs $500 to rent a movie theater. Tickets cost $9. Write an expression, so not an equation, but just an expression for the profits. All right, you're trying to make money, that's the profit. It costs $500 just to rent this movie theater though. Tickets cost $9, so you're gonna make $9 per ticket. So I'm gonna say let x equal the number of tickets. All right, number of tickets sold would be even better. So an expression, I don't know, think about it for a minute. If you're making money, $9 each one, so I'm gonna say that's 9x, however many tickets we sell. But then we're losing 500, so if you're losing money, that's gonna be subtraction. That's it, there's your expression. All right, don't overthink it. Some of you are maybe overthinking it. Try the next one, this one's a little bit different, but not bad. Something else, kind of random, jumping around. Properties from back in the day. You have like all those properties of equality. Remember, if you add to both sides, subtract to both sides, you can do stuff like that. You also had the commutative property. I'm going to abbreviate because I don't feel like writing that all out. Associative property. Right? I spell associative. I don't know. What else? Distributive property. There's a bunch of them. You don't have to memorize those. You use them all the time. You just won't realize the names of them, maybe. All right. Jumping around, number 1 again, I guess. We're solving now. All right. Solving. Again, don't overthink it. You can do this. It's been a while. I've got D's on both sides. All right. There's no squared terms, so that's one less thing. Maybe you want to draw your line down. You can. You don't have to. All right. Move your D's around. Maybe you want to add 3D. That's one thing to do. There's different ways to solve it. You'll still get the same answer, as long as you don't make any mistakes, math mistakes. So I get negative 13 plus 4D, combine like terms, all that good stuff. Don't forget your Algebra 1 basics. Still equals 11 over here. All right, keep going. Maybe we got the D's together. Now you gotta get the numbers together. Add 13 over. Didn't leave you much room. Squeeze this in here. 4D equals, is that 24? Divide by 4 on both sides. D is 6. Hopefully show more work than I did. Number 2, why don't you try it? Got a negative sign out front. How do you get rid of those parentheses? I would distribute first. Distribute to negative or negative 1, whatever you want to think about it. All right, solve for X zones. Not too bad, try it. Number 3, word problem. All right. You sell first class tickets for $125, economy tickets for $75. They sold 30 more economy than first class for a total of $42.50. All right, this one wants an equation that models the total ticket sales in terms of the number of first class tickets sold. All right, they give you much room. You can do a let statement if you wanted to. Let X equal first class tickets. All right, if you read through it again, maybe. They sold 30 more economy than first class. So if that's 30 more than, I would say that's whatever X is, X plus 30. That'll be economy tickets. All right, so we're not done though. It says write an equation. The total ticket sales. So let's just kind of get your thoughts in order, hopefully. All right, if we want the total, it's got to be $125 per ticket. And then 75 per economy ticket, which is 75 per X plus 30. And as a total, that would give me my money, $42.50. All right, a little bit different. Again, nothing you're gonna see too much in Algebra 2, but just some skills that you wanna be able to think about things, translate a little bit like that. Letter B, find the number of first class tickets being sold. Just gotta solve for X. Why don't you guys try that, see what you get for an answer. Last thing on day 1 notes, all right, a little bit longer than usual, but day 1 notes, again, more random things. The last 4 questions are all about solving. You have a bunch of letters in here though, all right? Solving for X with Y in the equation. These are called literal equations, something you did back in Algebra 1. Let's do 4, I guess. Number 4 says solve for X, so I got Y equals 3X plus 5. Get that X by itself. All right, some of you do some weird things. I don't know if you didn't pay attention to Algebra 1 or not, but I don't know. I would subtract 5 first. All right, I got Y minus 5 equals 3X. All right, don't make little mistakes. Those are not like terms. Don't say that's 5Y or something funky. Get X by itself. Divide by 3. If you divide by 3 here, you have to divide everything by 3 over here. All right, it doesn't say how to write your answer, so you could leave it as Y minus 5 over 3 equals X. Try number 5 and 6, solving for V, solving for A. Okay, obviously, you're going to have other letters in your answer. See if it all comes back to you. All right, so there's day 1 notes for Unit 1.